What's happening, everyone? Art at Patience Metal Fab, and I'm excited to be bringing you another Renault Turbo 2 episode. Now, in the last one, which I'll put up here, you guys remember we got a big parts order in from France, which included a lot of suspension and engine components. That means this week we can start mocking up the engine and transmission inside the car, and theoretically we can turn this thing into a roller. That way we can move it around the shop and start moving on to the exterior of the car. Right now, Max is gearing up to do some welding. He's got to put a couple brackets in before we can start putting the suspension on. And hopefully we have all the components there to be able to set that thing down on the ground. So I'm going to get out there, chart the progress this week. We'll see how far we get. This week, I'm working with Max on filming some of the suspension install on the Renault Group B rally car, and we are running into some question marks of where things fit, what we're missing, since it's essentially a box of parts that we have to dig through and figure it all out. Now, luckily, the owner of that car also has another Turbo 2 that you guys might have seen in one of the videos where I visited his shop. I'm gonna put the link up here because that's a really fun one. And the cool thing is he just brought it to PMF so that we could do a little bit of work on it, but also give us the opportunity to compare and figure out what we're missing, what we still need to install. So we're gonna get out of the trailer, get it in the shop away from this cold, rainy weather, and then we'll park them side by side and take a look at a comparison between a stock Renault Turbo 2 and the rally car that we're building.
days later.
Well, this is a bit of an exciting day and something I've been looking forward to for about 6 months, ever since the Renault was dropped off as a chassis. We haven't seen it on the ground with suspension as a roller, and Max just buttoned up some of the suspension. It is right behind you guys. What's really cool is we have the other mostly stock Turbo 2 to kind of compare and contrast. So we decided to roll them both out and just take advantage of this amazing day and take a look at how it came from the factory, which is an amazing car in itself, and the type of thing that you can do to it if you really have no limitations on how you want to build it. You can see the suspension is on, the seats and steering are in, the engine and trans are mocked up. So we're getting to a point where it really is looking like a little race car. The owner's gonna be showing up in about a half hour, and he's gonna be just as, if not more excited than I am to see these two side by side. Pretty awesome though. I can't think of a better way to end this episode than with that view. This car is getting me really excited for the finish line. Now there's still a ton to go. We're about 11 or 12 episodes in, so if you guys haven't caught up, the link will be up on the screen so you can check them all out. And there's still so much to do on this. I think the next episode is going to be dedicated to mocking up the body panels, the front end especially, the doors, the hatch, get this looking like a real car. And then we're going to be making the push to getting this engine running and driving. Now this is going to need a rebuild, so we're working with some shops to be able to facilitate that, but we're not that far away from the finish line, at least in theory. There's always going to be things that we're going to run into, custom fabrication we're going to have to do, and a long road to get there, but this is coming together really nicely. So I'm hoping you guys are enjoying the content. If you are, please like the video, subscribe to the page, and we'll see you in the next one.